Good morning, students. In previous lecture videos, we had already discussed about the refraction of light, reflection of light, and the laws of reversibility and the refraction through successive medium. Now, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss the apparent depth of a liquid. So here we are. Let us consider a tumbler filled with a water of refractive index mu b. So basically we have a two medium, rarer medium A and denser medium B. So refractive index of rarer medium is taken here is mu A, and the refractive index of denser medium is taken mu B. Now suppose there is a coin at point O is insert or dropped in the tumbler. So this is the coin. Let me show you again. So when the light coming from, let me show you again. Okay, so this is a coin at point O, and when the light coming from point O is basically coming from the denser medium, and it goes to the refractive in the refraction and goes to the rarer medium A. So obviously it will be band away from the normal. So again, on making the normal here, we get like this. Okay, now so this is the distance, perpendicular distance between the normal and the refracted incident light and refracted light. So what is the path deviated is O dash. So O dash is the apparent height which can be visualized from the outside, and HR is the real depth. Okay, so real depth of the coin is HR and the apparent depth of coin is HA. So from the Snell's law we get the refractive index of A with respect to B is sin I over R, and on applying the reversibility law, refractive index of B with respect to A is sin R by sin I. Now,
अच्छा हाँ भिजवा रहा हूँ इंटेक्स वाली है ना आपकी इंटेक्स की
so for taking the ratio of real depth and apparent depth, we get HR by HA, that is refractive index of B with respect to refractive index of A. So apparent depth of a number of immiscible liquids, if there are number of immiscible liquids, then HA equals to summation I tends to 1 to n HI by mu I. So that is called the apparent shift. So the apparent shift is basically the difference between real depth and apparent depth. So HR minus HA, that is HR if we take the common from the here's the HR minus HA by HR, so basically that is become 1 by mu. So HR times 1 minus 1 by mu. So this is the apparent shift formula. So here are some tips for you, that if the observer is in rarer medium and the object is in denser medium, then real depth is quite greater than apparent depth. And if the observer is in denser medium and the object is in rarer medium, in that case apparent depth is quite greater than real depth. So basically the first condition is when, so the tips is here that if you are seeing a bird, so to a bird the fish appears to be nearer than the actual depth. If there is any bird which is moving in the air and he see the fish under the water, then fish appears to be nearer than its actual depth, and on the other hand, to a fish the bird appears to be farther than its actual height. So this is the little bit idea of apparent depth and the apparent shift, and these are some tips for you. Now moving ahead on the next topic is total internal reflection. So let me tell you that the total internal reflection is the phenomena which is only possible when the light goes from denser medium to rarer medium. Okay, we remember that the total internal reflection is related to the light phenomena when it goes from denser medium to rarer medium. So here it is, the total internal reflection. So total internal reflection is the phenomena of complete reflection of light back into the same medium for angles of incidence greater than the critical angle of the medium. So suppose there is a denser medium and mu A, and the glass is denser medium mu G, and there is a coin or any object is O, is here. So as you know that when light goes from denser to rare medium, it bends away from the normal. Okay, so for different angle of incidence, there is a different angle of refraction, and as you see that refracted light tends to bend towards the base, tends to bend towards the denser medium. It means at there is some point when the refracted ray makes the angle 90 with the normal, that is the critical angle. So that angle, after that angle, if we again increase the incidence angle, then the light becomes totally internally reflected. So this phenomena is called internal reflection, total internal reflection. So let me show you, let me tell you that it is only happening when, so for IC, for that IC at which the refractive angle, yeah, refraction angle should be 90 degree. Okay, so when light goes from denser to rarer, we remember that. So when light goes from denser to rarer medium, so for a particular critical angle IC, the refractive angle is 90. So beyond that IC value, refracted ray is actually reflected internally. So this phenomena is called total internal reflection. So what is the essential condition? They are told two essential conditions, that incident angle must be greater than IC, critical angle of the medium, and light must go from denser to rarer, denser to rarer. These are two major conditions, major essential conditions for the total internal reflection. So there are so many phenomena of total internal reflection we had seen. The mirage in the deserts area is also an example of total internal reflection. Optical fiber is also based on the principle of total internal reflection. So moving ahead, the condition of TIR is that the incident ray must be in optically denser medium, and the angle of incidence in denser medium must be greater than the critical angle for the pair of media in contact. So relation between the critical angle and the refractive index, it is the one of the major part of our syllabus. So critical angle is the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction is 90. So as we know that the refractive index of air with respect to glass is signed by I by R, and since R is 90, so sin IC by sin 90. So sin IC is equal to refractive index of air with respect to glass. So on the contrary, we can use that mu G over A, that is the refractive index of glass with respect to air, is actually 1 by sin IC from the law of reversibility of light. So these are the basic idea about the relation between critical angle and refractive index. So red color has the maximum value of critical angle and violet color has the minimum value of critical angle. Since the wavelength of violet is minimum and the wavelength of red is maximum. So application of TIR is that mirage formation, which is I told you, looming, total reflecting prisms, optical fibers, and the sparkling of diamonds. So these are the basic applications of total internal reflection. So in homework, as in your own personal study, you can go through all the examples of these in your from your books. So from here till now, it is now we are going to wrap up this video. If you are watching first time this video, then you can subscribe the channel also, and here are some homework for you. Okay students, thank you.